The Peyers patch mystery, muscular dystrophy. Muscular dystrophy is one of today's puzzles in the medical field. The cause is not readily apparent and treatment is not really aimed at curing. Rather, the patient seeks a certain degree of rehabilitation, and some effort is made to stem the progress of the disease. One of our out-of-town patients was recently at the clinic for an extended stay. Though wheelchair-bound, she had a tremendously buoyant attitude and constructive frame of mind. These qualities always bode well for any patient. From what we've experienced, Pat rapidly improved under the care of the therapy department, with the help of biofeedback, psychotherapy, and the use of several suggestions made for this condition from the case readings. She has done well in the interim, since her visit here. An interesting aspect of this case, however, was the note written by her mother about an illness Pat had suffered as a child, an illness which she thinks may have contributed in a major manner to the development of her muscular dystrophy. She had read in one issue of the Medical Research Bulletin about the manner in which enemas might influence the activity of the Peyers patches and bring about a serious breakdown of the body forces. The reading below was the one that affected her so strongly, and she thought that it might indeed give a clue to the real cause of her daughter's illness. For the excess use of salines to flush or to cleanse the colon has reduced in blood more of that which causes that plasm. Thus the inabilities or those centers, whose patches through which there are the areas of lymph circulation, are such as to cause ofttimes a state of disintegration. In these patches, then, there is a lack of sufficient globular forces to cause the coagulation in the flow of the lymph, or that portion of same which is the leukocyte, or the sticky portion in the blood is not sufficient to make perfect contact between sympathetic and cerebrospinal activities of the body. 294212. This reading brought to the mother's mind that Pat had many saline enemas as a small child. When she was approximately 3.5 years old, she developed a high fever, 5 feet. She went into a coma. The treatment given to break the fever, which did not respond to all efforts, was the saline enema every few hours. This became a routine treatment for Pat, as the fevers became recurring ones once a month until her small body was nothing but skin over bones. No diagnosis was ever reached regarding the fevers, although we had taken her to a specialist in the city. My own conclusion was that it could have been undulant fever, for at that time our town milk supply came from a farm and milk was not pasteurized. The reading, left square bracket 294212 right square bracket given by Cayce late in 1944, was one directed for the benefit of his own physical body. However, the statements still stand, yet one has no way of knowing just what effects may result from the frequent use of these enemas, and how they relate indirectly to the function of the Peyers patches. Much is still unknown to us about this human body of ours. http://worldwideweb.edgarcayce.org/health/database/statut/catharup1.html 56 of 69, 10 hours 23 minutes and 44 seconds p.m. Edgar Cayce Health Database, Anecdotal Case Reports, Remedies, Products. The story of Pat's early illness and further reflections on the nature of the body led me to a Cayce quotation which has to do with the body, but, in this instance, the body of Jesus. We must look at all aspects of what the physical body might be until the time comes for each of us to know what it really is, in its entirety. Left square bracket note, the preceding report was provided by William McGarry, M.D. and is excerpted from the A.R.E. Journal. November, 1977, Volume 12, No. 6, page 268, copyright 1977 by the Edgar Cayce Foundation, Virginia Beach, VA, right square bracket,